What's going on YouTube? TJ here from Jails, Institutions, and Reps. You can catch me on my IG, also Jails, Institutions, and Reps. That's where I post all my progress pictures, stuff like that, until I get this whole video editing thing figured out, which I am working on, so bear with me. That's where you can catch all my progress pics, so, look me up and see what I'm talking about in these videos. Now, first off, I got to say that I'm not a doctor, I'm not a health professional. Don't take this as any medical advice. I'm not recommending anybody to use these products for any other usage except for maybe on your lab rat or something to that effect. Now, to start off, this week I bumped my dosage up. If you haven't been following my log, I bumped the dosage up from 20 milligrams of OstaMuscle and 20 milligrams of Rad140. I bumped them both up to 30 milligrams. And I really think that that was a smart move, and I feel as though it's really the sweet spot for these drugs. I feel a noticeable difference just adding an extra 10 milligrams a day. I'm looking leaner this week than I was, but the scale is kind of gradually climbing back the other way. When I ended my bulk, which I was testing DecaBulk, I was at 223 to 225 pounds roughly. Now, after coming off in my first couple weeks at 20 milligrams with the SARMs, I got down to, I don't know, around 218, 219, 217 even. And now, this whole week, I've been back up to 220, 221. So, I mean, I'm sure it's all water or whatever, but I maybe some of it is, but I can notice a difference in my midsection in particular. My abs are starting to come out a little more, and my serrats are starting to come out a little more. So, that I think speaks for itself as though that these compounds are doing what they're supposed to do. The vascularity is definitely up. I can see a lot more vascularity when I'm working out across my shoulders, across my chest, in my legs, in my quads. I never had veins in my quads, ever. And for the first time, I'm actually starting to see veins coming out in my quads. My triceps are really, really getting nice veins, which is something that I never had either. I'm also noticing vascularity in other places, which is definitely a nice side effect. I got a couple extra veins downstairs, if you know what I'm talking about. So that was something that I wasn't expecting. I think I touched on that in an earlier video, but it's even more so now that I've bumped the dosage and I've been on them a week longer. My sex drive is still through the roof. I still can't leave mama alone. I'm chasing her around the house constantly, but it's all good. She's a saint, like I've said before. She tolerates it, I guess, for the most part. But yeah, I mean, and since I bumped it, my sex drive has gone even higher than it was before. I feel like I'm on my first test cycle again, just everything I look at something and just, it happens. So that's another good sign that what I'm dealing with, what I'm putting in my body, is actually doing what it's supposed to be doing. So that's another thing that I like to see. Now, in my earlier videos, I complained about heartburn, indigestion, all that stuff. I'm not really getting that as much, which that seems to subside this week, which is odd because I bumped the dosage up and I was expecting for it to get worse, but it actually got better. So that is a plus, I guess. I don't know if it would be the same with everybody, but in my case, it has subsided. Geez. Overall, I just feel healthier. I feel just less fatigued. Like whenever I'm on a bulk cycle or anything like that, you're heavier, and I just kind of feel run down. Taking oral steroids or pro hormones as opposed to SARMs, and they beat you up, man. They're wicked, wicked, wicked compounds, and they're strong, and they're hard on your liver, and they really tax your body and make you tired. And that's not the case with these SARMs. I feel absolutely amazing. It's crazy. Mentally, I just feel sharp. I wake up and I'm just a ball of fire, which is definitely not normal for me. Normally, it takes me until 10 a.m. until everything gets working right. But I wake up and I'm, focused. I'm ready to rock, ready to go to work, get shit done, bang shit out. So that's another thing that's come since I've started taking these SARMs. And I've heard that the RAD140 can have that effect. So I'm guessing that's what to blame it on. As far as my lifts go, I'm able to lift the same amount of weight that I was lifting when I was on my bulk. Even some of my lifts, like, my 225 bench, 275 bench, and that, I'm actually able to get a couple more reps, which tells me that these are also working, which I have had for years. I just had no faith in SARMs whatsoever. If it wasn't steroids, it wasn't good, and I'm not taking it. I know steroids work, so if it isn't broke, don't fix it. And so I'm glad that I didn't actually give this a shot, because my body is, obviously, I feel healthier. I think I am actually healthier. My blood pressure is lower than it normally would be if I'm on cycle, and I'm also getting gains in between cycles. So I think that this was definitely a wise move, and I'm very, very grateful for Tony and his videos and everything, his information that kind of put the faith that I could buy these products and then have them actually work. So this week I also noticed a big stamina increase, even in my cardio, which is kind of weird. I just feel, I feel like I get less winded. I still get winded, but I don't get as winded, which is definitely another positive. There's so many positives, it's almost like these SARMs are too good to be true, but so far so good. I'm going to be adding YK11 coming soon, so that's what you guys have to look forward to. And with that, this is TJ from Jails, Institutions, and Reps, over and out.